Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to do this video because it's been a long time coming. So recently there has been a lockdown in France ever since like the last week of October, and so I haven't been able to travel anywhere, but it's good because I can backlog a little bit and talk about some things that have happened to me in the past. Got some stories. Obviously I get in the cars with strangers, so I got some stories, right? But this has nothing to do with strangers. Well, not really. Now, one of the most interesting things about the situation that happened is when quarantine first started, me and all the people that lived in that dorm downstairs said, oh, we should start a YouTube channel, like to go through quarantine life and show people what it's like in London and how like everyone's standing 2 meters apart in the stores and just like how bored we are. And this was in like February, and I really wish we would have, because there was so much that happened. And even just the event that I'm talking about now, like if we would have had it recorded, we would have blown up by now. Honestly, we would have been famous. Like, insanity living in a dorm. Oh, shines like a melody in my head that I can't keep up. Gotta sing like every day. First lockdown happened in London. I was happy to be in my dorm because I had most of my flatmates had stayed, so I wasn't alone. But my best friend lived downstairs, 2 floors down. His name was Faisal. If you look at my food page on Instagram, which is Jayon is working, you will see that he has a couple of videos on there, and we called it like reviews. They're funny. It's what we did during quarantine.
Hello there, and today we are reviewing our beautiful looking apple rose created by Jayon Working. Hello there, and today we will be reviewing a lovely Belgian chocolate swirl with some icing sugar on the top, made by Jayon Working.
So there was this girl that lived in his dorm, and as quarantine started to get boring and we didn't really have any work before finals, we were just like hanging out all the time drinking. She always had alcohol. Always had alcohol. So, you know, it was like, hey, let's drink. And she was always more than willing to share and have a good time. I'm not gonna say her name, but the people who live in the dorm know what I'm talking about. And one day I actually went grocery shopping with her, and she actually stole like 2 bags full of food. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever, like it's none of my business. I'm gonna buy mine and keep it moving. And that should have been my first red flag, but you know, whatever. And a couple weeks later, we had a cookout, little barbecue, and she showed up really late. I asked her to go grocery shopping with me the day before. She was like, no, I'm gonna go the day of. She showed up really late, and she showed up with non-alcoholic like champagne. That should have been my flag too. Like, how do you accidentally buy non-alcoholic champagne? Like when you buy it, when it rings, like I don't know. I should have been flagged too. So as quarantine started to go on a little bit longer, we started to hang out more because it was just like the place to drink, the place to hang out, and of course it was my best friend's dorm and she happened to be there, so it just kind of worked out for everybody. So one day, me, her, and another friend were climbing up on the roof. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning because we wanted to see the sunrise. And wait, I need a glass for this. Anyway, so we were trying to see the sunrise on the roof of our building. So we were out all night having a good time. We did all this, that, and the third. And I go home. Now, I was texting my best friend Jeremy, and my last text message went out at 7:04. So by that time, I was knocked out, sleep. And I woke up at 11 o'clock to my friend Fez blowing my phone up, like, come downstairs right now, you need to come downstairs, da 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 da. Mention, I've only gotten a couple hours of sleep. I'm like, what is going on? I get up, put some clothes on, go downstairs, and the window of their kitchen has been ripped off the wall, and I'm mentioned in all these stories on Instagram and Snapchat, and some crazy shit happened after I went to bed. So I'll just show you the little part of the video first, and then I'll get into what actually happened. Okay, look. So this is the window. And then this is like where it's supposed to be, and they ripped it off the hinges. Like,
show the other video, like the other window, how it should be.
yeah. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and it like doesn't come, like you can't even open it any further than that. It's locked. And look at that. It took the window off the hinges.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
I don't know what's going on here because literally and you want to steal not once but fucking twice?
Actually, this was the first time.
Are you fucking stupid to even speak right now? I don't fucking care if it's the first time.
No, like dead ass. This is actually the first time.
I do not fucking care if it's the first time. One too many times is the fucking first time. Because if I didn't catch you today.
So come to find out that she snuck into someone else's kitchen and stole all of their food and was walking down the hallway with the food, and the people came out of their kitchen and saw her. Newsflash, this wasn't the first time. So as you see in the video, they're like, oh, this is the second time, like not once but twice. So she snuck into their kitchen before, stole food, and like just willy-nilly eats it and like just gets away with it. So after she gets caught, things start to get very interesting. So they're mentioning me because she used me as her alibi. And to be fair, we were together until, like I said, 7:04 when my last text message went out. But they tagged me on Instagram at like 7:15. So in that 10-minute time frame, sis was moving, ducking, dodging, flogging, whatever she had to do to get that food out of those folks' kitchen. Now the thing is, the kitchen that she stole from, she was friends with them. So she hung out with them, she knew them very well, and that's how she knew which part of the kitchen was theirs, which cabinet was theirs, which part of the freezer was theirs. So she could only steal specific food from them. Now after that whole altercation went down, come to find out, a lot of other people started coming forward saying, hey, food has been stolen out of my kitchen. This has been stolen out from me. And her best friend that she hung out with that lived upstairs even said that she knew that girl had stole like 7 grams of weed from her, but she just kind of like let it slide. So now it's coming together that all this food that has gone missing, all traced back to her, which was insane. Like, you've been stealing food all term and getting away with it, consistently getting away with it, because there's no cameras in the dorm and no one went to go tell, and people in the dorms are blaming each other because they think their flatmate is stealing it, not knowing this random girl is sneaking in and out of rooms and flats in the middle of the night. Literally insane. Craziest thing I've ever been. I'm pissed. Like, I'm getting mentioned in these stories and I'm like, yo, I was asleep. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't no thief. I happily go buy my food. I got the money. I ain't worried. So I say all this to say, if your dorm doesn't have cameras, good luck. And look out for story time number 2.